Well. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everybody is really doing well. Um, so well, I posted in my corner regarding the USD dominance and how I expect from here the bounce, and yeah, from here we got the bounce, and then probably there are two options over here from these levels for the USD dominance. What I think is this is like an expanding diagonal over here, because I don't have any other reasons to believe that this might be something else, because you see, even if let's say this is not an expanding diagonal or something else, then too it would be something like A, B, C, B, and then it should be something like this for C, and which would also mean that the C, if this is like A, B, and C and not like an expanding diagonal, then probably well, I have to assume that we're going to probably get one more sweep of the lows on the Bitcoin and the overall market one more time before it just reverses. So but nevertheless, I don't feel that way at this moment, so I'm just going to probably trade the levels. For now, the levels to watch for our USD dominance is 7.6%. That's the level you would want to see. So basically, I would like to see some rejection one more time. I'll pump it back up like this again, accumulate there, and reject, go back down like here. That's gonna be our A, B, and C. I'll pump it back up for the B wave, a quick B wave like this, and reject, and then dump. So that's what I would like to see overall on the USD dominance, unless and until otherwise. I mean, this is not an expanding diagonal, this is something else. So the expanding diagonal structure is intact, it's clear, and it's finished. Okay, it's over actually. I don't want to see any sort of a further upside or up moves, honestly, if this is an expanding diagonal. I mean, I think this is done if we are literally doing an expanding diagonal. But if you also look at from the perspective of the channel, so we do have a channel, this is your channel bottom. That's your first step of the resistance on the channel. That's our second tap on the resistance, on the support of the channel. And if you look at from the perspective of the equilibrium, it's literally so nicely supporting. The way it is supporting is really nice. I mean, look at these levels, and we already reached the upper resistance of this channel as well. So looking to this on the lower term time frame tells me that most likely and very high likely that USD dominance has topped out, which clearly indicates that the dips are for buying, because the pump what we saw is to me looks like clean 5 waves and not ABC, a clean 5 waves. In fact, when I was talking about the Ethereum, when we were here at around 2090, I mentioned that I'm expecting on the upside for ETH. So we literally went to the 0.5 wave around 31375, and potentially now you would want to see to long ETH or to buy around 1286 with a tight stop loss. I mean, that should be the levels for you guys to buy. Also, Ethereum Classic, if you remember from my morning live stream, I do show that my Ethereum Classic, when Ethereum was rejecting, I literally got the shot around 30.7, a perfect shot. I think so far it's going very nicely. What I would like to see on the Ethereum Classic is I think we're not gonna probably dump straight to 22. Probably we're just going to have something like this on the Ethereum, and one more retest like this. Once we get this retest, what the way TRB did, so once we get the something like this on the this is how I see Ethereum Classic is going to literally dump 30 to 40% in a single day. So something like this, probably. So I think a retest of 33.9 is what you should be eyeing for, a big short on Ethereum Classic. But mind well that this pattern is played out, because we have swept the lows, so this pattern is now played out. So now nothing is in conjunction with this pattern. So it's like this pattern is played out. So for now I would like to delete this because it has played out. So now we have to find another pattern that probably makes sense. But the bull flag that we have here and it's bouncing, so you would want to long probably try longing Ethereum Classic around $28 with your stops under $27, because you have the OB over here, and the OB is much well has a support unless we break this, I mean. But the way I also look for Ethereum, I do think that Ethereum Classic should also then hold the levels of 28 if we expect Ethereum to hold the levels of 1286. So that's something we should be eyeing for Ethereum Classic. It can give you a very nice bounce, ladies and gentlemen. The weekly opens, guys, what did I post a few minutes or few hours back? Once you sweep the weekly open, it's gonna dump because it's like a bearish retest. This move is gonna be A, B, C. So basically gonna test like 1886, one more push up like this, and then probably should be having one more dump like this. I'm expecting a most likely sweep of this, or maybe even to $18,500 with your stops under these levels. Assumption is that USD dominance, the top is in, is just like a retracement that we are watching right now. So what I'm expecting from the Bitcoin as a probable PO3 setup over here is this is our accumulation and that's our manipulation. This is our another reaccumulation zone, and once we just break out of this, basically flipping the levels of $19,300, it's just gonna pass it to the 20,800 level. So you need a retest, you need these levels to hold. The worst case scenario is we go down to sweep this lows one more time, probably to around $18,000. So that is a possibility. But looking to the structure that I'm watching right now, the best case on the BTC. So this is the bearish case, what we have in front of us. The bullish case, so bearish case is this is like A, B, and C. And from here, we're going to have another A, B, C, and then probably rejection, come back down. So that's the bearish case. We go here, bounce from there, and pump it back up like this, like a superhuman. And the bull case is this is like 1, 2, and look at the volume over here. The volume tells us there is a very likely chance that this is like a wave 3 over here, and we are doing A, B, C, wave 4. Basically most likely going to test around 18,879, push one more time to August lows and sweep the highs, like a Monday highs going to be swept probably tomorrow morning or after the Asia opens, or maybe in the pre-Asia opens, probably. So once you get the Monday high sweep, and then probably go down like this and hold the levels, reclaim this, kalas. That's how you would want to see, because once you get a sweep of this Monday highs, this is going to be our Monday highs likely, unless we just pump it from here right now. But then this is going to be our Monday highs, and not necessary that we shall be sweeping the lows and then only it should pump. Not necessary. But yes, when it will come here, people will start expecting that yes, we need a sweep, we need a sweep, we need a sweep. And once we need the sweep, they would be expecting it to push up. So it's like, you get the lows and then people expect it to sweep again over and over and over. But they fail to understand that we are at a big level of support right now. So you have a bullish and bearish count. The bearish count is this move is like the top is in. This is the top. And this is like A, B, and C. One more time, A, B, a chop, C. And a dump like this. That's going to be a big A, B, C like this. And this is like a 5 waves, A, B, C. Buy everything at 18,483 to 18,400 and I would say $18,400. And with your stops under 18,000 levels. And from here, you can just do something like this, because this harmonics plays very vital and very important role in my opinion. So this is the bearish count for me on the lower term time frame. The bullish count is whosoever wants to short it here, probably we may tap one more time the Monday highs, you sweep it and then probably look for a dump like this. This is also a possibility. In my opinion, I think I would like to see something like this. We don't sweep the Monday highs, We don't sweep the Monday lows. We just probably range in the between, you know, fuck bears and bulls, and trap a lot of retailers and accumulate here and slowly chop around these levels. And tomorrow, as soon as the FOMC starts and the 0.75 bips rate hike is going to be addressed, because 80% probability is that the rate hike would be 0.75, and 80% chance that, you know, it is already priced in. So what we're watching is like it's already priced in. So we just get a relief bounce like this, and probably then after that we might just get a dump like this, or maybe, you know, it just keep on pumping. So ladies and gentlemen, you have lower time frame bearish and bullish count on Bitcoin, Ethereum. I have this harmonic in place, so nothing to talk about much. But I have to tell you one more thing. At 1320 is now the beast levels for you guys, but because it's like a previous week lows, and we are holding the previous week lows for now. So till we are holding the previous week lows, as I mentioned, for Bitcoin, on the lower term time frame, we may have one more push up like this that can give us a very nice short opportunity, and then probably dump to these levels, or you know, it's just going to have A, B, C, chop till morning, one more time, dump like this in the Asia session, and then accumulate here, and then pump like this. So that's also a possibility. There are two. The way we have the possibility for Bitcoin, similar if it's for Ethereum. And why do I think it will go most likely 1:1 extension, or probably goes 1:1 hand? Because as we, you know, if you look at from the Bitcoin dominance perspective, the Bitcoin dominance, the Bitcoin dominance. One second, the music is too loud. Yeah, I'm just going to adjust the music. I think I've reduced the voice of the music. So basically Bitcoin dominance, you know, I do think that this is going to be like this, a small push up and then start dumping like this. That's where I think Ethereum and also are going to outperform Bitcoin again. And I hope this happens when we literally pumps and not dumps. But let's see. Again, SP500 guys, worst case scenario, best case scenario. I do think that we still have one more sweep. Probably we need to have one more sweep down. Now this is the worst case scenario, that we probably get our one more sweep like this towards 3,785 to 3,800 bucks. Like a 3-tap setup, accumulation, pump it back up like this. And we go to the levels of 4,000. If this move is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is going to be big 1, 2, and then this is going to be 3, 4, and 5. This green line, what you're watching, is my primary target for SP500, 3,400 bucks. So that's what my primary target for SP500 is. So this is the worst case scenario. The bearish case is we pump from here, we reject around golden pocket zone of 4,000 bucks, and we dump. The best case scenario is like what we have for Ethereum. Similarly, we have for SP500 is that it bounces, and it bounces to the levels of 4,271 one more time, reject, and then dump towards the green line, whatever we are having right now. So we do have, bear and bull case for SP500. Now talking about, the total, guys. As I mentioned in the morning as well, I'm expecting a bounce on the total because we are approaching a big level of support, 786 Fib, but 0.14 Fibonacci level support. Now, having said that, I do think that we have yet not tested this level, so which makes me a little bit of, it just makes me a little bit anxious that probably, what are the chances that we just do something like this and then reverse and go up like this? What are the chances? Yeah, the chances are there in case if USD dominance literally decides. This is not the top, and it decides to pump up above the levels of 7.63%. Because remember the number 7.63%. If USD dominance goes above 0.886 Fib, that is like 7.63%. Then I think we will not be looking to long around 1286 for ETH. Neither we will be looking to long for 1856 for BTC, because then probably both are going to sweep the lows. Okay, so that's what we are having. Link Guys, I got a nice short. Remember what I mentioned in the live. If we do get the retest of the range lows around 7.3, that is going to be our short zone. And even if you would have shorted it, would have been nice. I think Link is going to do something like this. Once it starts sweeping this lows, I think it's going to give us a very nice entry, probably around 886 and 786, somewhere in between. So for a bounce, okay, I'm not saying for a bottom, but for a bounce for sure. So yeah, this is the level 6.77. I think I mentioned in the morning as well. 6.77 is the levels where you should be watching for Link for a probable bounce. However, even the 6.94 is also good level. So probably we might just probably do something like this and reclaim these levels, a nice bounce one more time. Like this, and that is going to be our either wave A, wave B, one more dump like this for the wave C, and that's how it should go. So this is what we have for Link. Many people requested me near as well. I posted this. Anywhere from the golden pocket zone, I expect rejection for the near and probably dump to the levels of. So we went very near to the golden pocket zone, guys. Missed by like hair, 4.108, and it just went to like 4.08. So missed by like hair, but I'm expecting near to probably hold the levels of 3.86 to 3.853. That's the level I'm eyeing for near to hold. Now talking about the IOTX, someone also asked me about IOTX in the what do I think of the IOTX? Basically, I do think that we have one more wave down towards 161 extension, and from there looking for an upside move basically for the IOTX, and then probably dump to sweep the lows. If you're really looking for a high time frame move on the IOTX, or you looking for day trade swinging or a big swings, don't long it unless it sweep the lows. Once it sweep the lows, you go for a big swing and ride it like this, rather than probably chop the way I showed you, chop like this, chop everyone out and then pump. So it's up to you basically how you would want to play. Similarly, FTM, I'm still holding my spot bags on FTM. I still feel good about it, so let's hold it for now. Total 2, guys, got a very nice level of sweep around 528 billion, and now we are at a support. But the not so good part about total is total 2 honestly is this level is now acting as a resistance. So once you get a retest of this level one more time and this act as a resistance, and we don't flip the level, we don't go above blue past these levels, it's a short for the ulls, for everything. Short it and ride it till here, because it's the range highs, this is your equilibrium, and this is your range lows. The way Bitcoin literally went to the range lows shall also go to the range lows, meaning once we get our pump towards the 551 to 560 billion dollars, I do think that you will have to be very, very cautious holding any alts, especially the alts that is related to Ethereum, L2, layer 1 protocols, and Meta. DeFi looks good, so they will outperform probably, but just be cautious with the layer 2 Ethereum and any projects related to Ethereum actually that has been newly launched. So yeah, this is what I prima facie having overall on the market updates, doing for the second time, guys, for you. So overall, this is how I see the market. The worst case scenario, as I always say, that the very worst case is this is going to be our worst case scenario. We just dump and make new lows, and then probably go to the 786 and further accumulate there and dump. But that's gonna be our worst case. Most likely, I don't think this should happen, as tomorrow is going to be FOMC, and if you see historically what we have seen in the past FOMC, I mean, look at the 15 minutes price action. I've studied a bit. If you look at the FOMC price action, I mean, this is also one of the this is also one of the FOMC price action where it is the pump. There was a pump actually. Yeah. So this is our FOMC price action. So we dumped previous day of the FOMC like this, making, you know, lower lows kind of a scenario after a pump. So there's a possibility we might just probably sweep the lows one more time, and we start doing like this slowly. And once FOMC, this is where the FOMC pump happened like this. So because it was a 75 bips hike, it was already priced in. We dumped before the FOMC, and then it literally reverses, and this is how we just probably saw a very deadliest price action at that point of time. So this is the possibility, you know, as I mentioned, in case if USD dominance still having a push up, one more leg up pending. So this can be a possibility. Also, if you look at from the perspective like here, it's a very similar case. You know, you have a accumulation and then deviation, have a V-shaped recovery, and then Adam and nice cup formation over here. So that's like a V-shaped recovery for Adam, a cup formation for Eve, accumulate there, and then break up like this and reverse. So just want to see how we are going to accumulate over here, just in case if this kind of price action repeats itself, the history repeats, you know, that's what I mean. Because we already got our Adam, now you need Eve. So it's already got you V-shaped recovery for Adam, and now you need Eve, you know, like this. Maybe an Eve can probably like this as well. And once you get an Eve, you know, something like this, you gotta shoot up like this. So, you know, so now we just have to probably wait and see how the structure forms, guys. But most likely tomorrow is going to be very, very volatile. And why do I say that? Because look at the M15 right now. It's chopping, not seeing much of a volatile move on the daily as well. Look at the daily. It's chopping. Lot of, I mean, the move over here is with a very low volatile. So I'm not seeing the big volatile move like what we had here, No, it's a volume oscillator, guys, or the volatility oscillator, I would say. So probably also on the daily we are forming a very nice bullish divergence. So you just have to probably wait for a day then probably it's gonna confirm. And the weekly is also forming a nice RSI bullish divergence, guys. So that's what prima facie I have. And the last chart, you know, I'm gonna take over here is XRP, and then last chart will be PYR. I've never charted PYR, but we'll see. XRP, as I mentioned in the morning as well, look at the levels of 0.3478. You flip these levels on the H4 and just look for a pump, and that's exactly what's happening. We flip over here, you see once and two candle close above these levels, the third candle start pumping back up. Remember what did I mention? You can go and check the live. It's already like 7% move. Now these kind of a move, when I think about, you know, XRP, this kind of a move, what I think is this is like A, B, and C, and to me this move is like another A. It's like a B over here, rejection like this. This is the OB that we have around 38.37 to 37.7, and come back down one more time, sweep the lows, and then pump like this. So that's the you know, one option that we have. The second option, as we have seen many times previously as well, irregular expanded flat. But that's like your A, B, and C. So it's like a over here, and then you have A. B is going to be higher highs, trap everyone, dump again one more time, retest of 3.47. That's going to be another, you know, connector kind of a thing, A, B, and C, and then again it's gonna be A, B, and C. Like these are 5 waves. But that's how it should go. So there are two options that we have here. Most likely, as from the volume, what I can see here is, and the way Bitcoin looks like as well, I think most likely scenario for XRP should be a rejection from the 38.5 levels. So this is like a wave A, B, 1, 2, and this is like a wave 3 in progress. Look at the volume over here, a big green candle over here. So it clearly tells us this is the wave 3 of something, and you want to see push up like this. It won't stop. Don't short it right now. and go up like here, reject there, and once you get a rejection, do something like this, and that's where you start longing. It's gonna be nice A, B, and C. Of course, it's not gonna go anything under these levels. Just a bit of exaggeration that, so it won't go, it won't save 32 cents. It will be somewhere around 33 or maybe like this, and then push up like this. So that's our A, B, and C. And the alternative scenario, as I mentioned, this is like 1, 2, and we are in the wave 3. It goes up like this, which do something like this. It won't pass the levels of 1 to 72 fips, remember, because if it's irregular expanded flat, it can't go above the levels of 1 to 72. That's something you need to remember the logic, and it will come back to the levels of 0.382. Worst case scenario, it's gonna come back to the levels of 0.14, which perfectly aligns with our 0.3476 and 236. So this is how I see XRP. So just in case if we break highs, it's gonna be a a deviation, come back down, dump like this, form range and pump like this. Two options that we have here. Most likely the short looks great at 38.5 with a very tight stop loss of 39.3 and with a target of sweep of the lows of around 33 cents. That looks favorable, but considering the fact that Bitcoin is most likely going to hold 18,500, that scenario looks very unlikely, or I would say why, because XRP looks very strong. So if Bitcoin reverses, I do think that XRP is literally going to reverse as well. So now let's move to the PYR USDT chart. So PYR, what do we have here on this coin? What I have never charted probably. A good thing about this coin is what you can see from here. So we have a very clean 3-depth setup here. Very clean 3-depth. Like this, but the only problem that I see over here is the problem I see is this whole structure that I have is like this is like A, B, and how I see the worst case scenario is this is like A, B, and C. So now we have to confirm if this is like A, B, and C. Draw the fibs, guys. Confirm. We should not be dropping under 1618. If the price is in the 1618 or even under 138. So yeah, this is valid. Pretty much valid. There is a possibility over here that this move up is A. Look at the volume. The volume was pretty much high. 5 waves. This is wave 3 here. This is this can be maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, but this looks to me like A, B, and C. This doesn't look like this is a 3 waves formation. So this has to be wave A. This is wave A, small intermediary B, and this is like, to me, looks like a wave C over here. So that's gonna be our B wave, and most likely this is how I see for the wave C. The invalidation levels for PYR would be, in my opinion, would be a sweep of $3. So once we start sweeping the levels of $3, I would say the ABC is invalidated, and then it would be like A, B, C, and this move then probably would take a shape of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is how it would take a shape. Very bearish then it would be. But so far it looks bullish till we are above the levels of $3. So till we are above $3, we are bullish, in my opinion. So we are accumulating here. If you look at from this perspective on the lower term time frame, we did test the equilibrium, rejected. So you would want to see a small push up like here one more time, come back down like this, and then pump. So that would also mean that this is like A, B, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4, and 5, and once you have like A, B, and C, we're going to have our pump for here C, something like this. So this is how you want to see PYR. Currently I would not be very happy to long. If you're just scalping, yeah, you can probably with your stops 3.19 and your take profit targets are 3.94. That's how you should play. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what I have, and thank you so much for joining. If you like to support, do trade on Bybit and also join Wall Street Group. Do probably like and share the tweet I post, so it helps in engagements. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a very, very, very nice night, guys. Bye bye.